Okay, we will start. Good morning to everyone. So in the last class, we have discussed with respect to your Lex operation. We have discussed Yak operation, and we also discussed with respect to your regular expressions, and we also discussed with respect to few Unix commands. Few Unix commands we have discussed. So in the today's class, what we will be discussing is we will be discussing with respect to your operating system concept. See, this operating system concept generally you have studied in your fourth semester, I think so. You have studied already. So in depth we will not move. Just overview of your operating system will be discussing. Why? Because in the lab programs we want an operating system concept. I'll repeat once again. You can ask me, sir, why we want to study the operating system concept means. So another 3 lab programs what we have left that comes under your operating system concepts. For example, they will be using FIFO, that is FCFS policies or scheduling policies or round robin, like that you will be having certain various scheduling operation. So that to solve that particular programming, all those things, we will need to know some basic concept with respect to operating system. So what you have studied in your fourth semester, same thing we will be discussing in this particular topic also. So introduction to the operating system. An operating system is a program that manages the computer hardware. Generally, first we will be discussing with respect to your definition of your operating system. What do you mean by operating system? Operating system is a program that manages the computer hardware. It acts as an interface. I'll repeat once again. What we will be doing in terms of operating system means it acts as an interface. So it forms a communication between your hardware and your software part. So generally, you may be knowing that we have come across various operating systems, whether it can be your Windows or whether it can be your Linux or whether it can be Ubuntu. Like that, you will be having various operating systems, all those things, depending on which support you need to do, which files you need to perform the operations, all those things. We will be using that particular operating system depending upon the customer's requirement or user's requirement. For example, if I want to work something with respect to the Windows operating system, I prefer Windows operating system only. If any other students required to do some operations with respect to the Linux part, all those things, he will be using with respect to the Linux or the Ubuntu operation. Depending on the clients or depending upon the user's requirement, we will be preferring these particular things. So what do you mean by operating system definitions here? Operating system generally acts as an interface. Interface is nothing but communication between whom to whom, between your hardware and your software part. That's why I told that operating system is a program. Program is nothing but a set of instructions. We will follow the set of instructions that manages your computer hardware. It controls and coordinates the use of an hardware among the various application program for the various user. That means that he will be performing the operation complete part. Whatever the thing is there with respect to the hardware, everything, it will be taken by your operating system only. For example, if I want to give some real-time examples, all those things means, let us consider in our college. So in our department, the first thing that comes under the HOD sir, okay, whatever the HOD sir instructions they are going to do, we faculties we will be following. Whatever the faculties they are going to tell, the students will be following that particular instructions, all those things. So who is the supreme here? That means that HOD sir will be the top in that particular department. That means that in the particular hardware requirement also in the operating system, whenever it performing the operations, all those things with respect to the hardware, it will be having control all responsibilities with respect to small, from the middle till large, whatever the operations you need to perform, we will be performing with respect to your hardware. So whatever the programs you are going to do or whatever the applications program we are going to perform for the users, all those things, everything, each and every operations, it mainly controls and which coordinate by your operating system. This is what we will be performing in your operating system. Generally it will manage us each and everything, it will be managing whether it is working properly or not, whether you are going to get any bugs, all those things. Bugs is nothing but your error. Most of the cases you may find some hardware devices, some problems, all those things, it will be operated with respect to your operating system, so that it controls and it coordinates the use of an hardware among the various application programs for the various user. So next is process. Process is nothing but a program under execution. We will be telling as what process. What is the definition of the process? Process is nothing but a program under the execution. So we will be performing certain operations in this particular case. We are going to perform the operations. In what operations we need to perform the operations? Based on what category, based on what operation. For example, for the student, what are the operations you are going to perform? For example, you need to come to the college, you need to attend an internals, you need to write an assignments, you need to submit your assignments, so you need to clear your examination. Once you are going to clear your examination, you will be promoted to the next semester. That is what the student operation or the student task will be performing with respect to the operation. That means that you need to submit your assignments, you need to write your IAS, you need to be regular to the college, and you need to clear your examination. This is what we will be the student task. Like that, whenever we are going to perform with respect to your operating systems, so we will be having certain executions, we will be having a certain programs. Program means we will be checking that sequence of instructions. For example, if I want to give one more real-time example, means how the process we will be performing in the 6th C, means let us consider your 6th semester C section. So they have maintained one particular timetable. First hour this faculty will be coming, second hour this faculty has to take, third hour, like that they have made a schedule. For that particular schedule time they are going to come and they are going to teach. That is what the thing. Like that, in the operating systems also we will be having certain programming, we will be having certain executions. So how we will be performing means these are the things we want here. First is new, the process is been created. So whenever you need to perform any operation, we need to create the thing. For example, if I want to give some real-time example, means in your class, before you are going to join to the college, what is the basic thing you need to do? They are going to collect the fees, yes or no? Before joining the college they are going to collect the fees. Once the fees has been completed, they are going to tell you that you will be belong to this particular section, or you are going to belong to this particular section. That means that registration process has been completed. In this particular case also, what we will be doing, we will be creating one particular process to perform the operations. Once the process has been created, we will be start running, instructions are being executed. That means that, so for example, you have to perform some instructions with respect to this particular time. Afterwards, once the instructions has been completed, the next process will be waiting to perform the operation. Next we will be waiting for next process. One process has been completed the task, means the other process will be waiting in the queue to perform the operation. If you want to give one more real time example, means for example, third hour you have completed the class, fourth hour faculties will be waiting. So to take the fourth hour, next fifth hour faculty they are going to wait to start the fifth hour session. Next is sixth, like that till seventh hour. Like that from starting hour till seventh hour, they will be waiting in the schedule. So once their schedule arises, means they are going to take the class. Like that, in this particular thing also, we will be following certain instructions here. So whenever we are going to complete first instruction, means the second instructions will be waiting. Once second instructions has been completed, third will be waiting. Like that till 7 hours what you got the schedule, we will be completing the task. Waiting process. So I told you that if second hour faculty is taking the class, means the third hour faculty has to wait, fourth hour faculty has to wait till the time arises. Like that, in the waiting process, what they are going to do, the process is waiting for some events to occur. Event is nothing but operations. I'll repeat once again, event is nothing but some actions. Action is nothing but some operations to be taken place. For example, let us consider first hour you got computer graphics. So second hour you got let us consider web. Third hour you got professional elective. Fourth hour you got SS and CD. Like that, depending on their operations, which it has to be there, they are going to wait. Ready. Once the time has been occurred, that is for example 11:55 time has been there, means so that means that SS and CD class will be there. They are going to ready. The process is waiting to be assigned to a process. That means that initially what the process instructions they are going to do, initially they are going to create one particular process. Once the process has been created, they will be having in a queue. For example, n number of queues will be waiting. So first instruction will be waiting in that particular case. Whenever the first instructions has been completed, the second instruction will perform the second operation. Once the second instructions has been completed, the third will be occupied. Like that, we will be waiting in that particular time. If I want to give one more real-time example means, let us consider the practical examination. In your practical examination, they are, for example, in your class 60 members is there, they are going to make 20 20 20 20 in one particular batch, 20 in the, for example, 1 to 20 they are going to come for batch 1, 21 to 40 they are going to come in the batch 2, from 41 to 60 they are going to come in the batch 3. That means that those who have the registration number from 1 to 20, they will be completing their session in the morning itself. Those who got from 21 to 40, they have to wait till the time arises. That means that whatever the instructions is there in the beginning, first it will execute that particular case. Once it has been executed, it will be calling the next instruction to perform the operations. Once it will be performing that particular operation, the third batch has to wait. So till that particular time arises. That is what first thing is, they are going to create one particular process. Once the process has been created, they will be start executing the instructions. So what about the other process is there? At a time we will be executing one particular process, where the other process has to wait till the time arises. So once the time arises means, they will be getting ready to perform the operation. Once they completed their operation, they are going to terminate. For example, one first particular batch, if they are going to complete the exam means, they will be going to the home. Their particular operations has been completed. If second batch has been completed their examination means, once the examination has been completed, they will be going to the home, because their job has been completed, where the third batch will be allocating. So this is what the architecture will be there. New is nothing but, once in the initially we will be creating the new process. Once the new process has been created, we will be admitted to the ready. I told you that just a few minutes back, before joining the college, what is the first procedure they are going to do? They are going to collect the fees. Once they are going to collect the fees, you will be admitted to the any section, for example A section or B section or C section. Like that, what they are going to do, first they are going to create one particular process. After creating the process, they are going to make admitted to ready. Once ready means, they will be start running. Running is nothing but, they are going to perform the instructions. They are going to execute an instructions. Once the instructions has been completed everything, they can exit. That is nothing but, they can terminate the operation. Interrupt. Interrupt is nothing but, for example, if you are going to give the priority, for example 10 instructions is there, let us consider 10 instructions is there, fifth instruction is having more priority, so that the first 4 instructions will be waiting, fifth instructions they are going to perform the operation. After that, they will start with the 2 3 4 5. If I want to give one real-time example means, let us consider you got in the traffic signal, red signal, you got some ambulance is coming. So what they are going to do, they are going to give priority to the ambulance. They are going to give priority to the ambulance. First, once the ambulance, if it is red signal also, they are going to tell the ambulance to move. Once the ambulance has been moved means, they are going to give once again red signal, and the other vehicles has to stop. That means that if interrupt is nothing but priority, if anything more instructions, if they're going to perform the operations, if you want to perform any operations, you will be having the priority. First they have to complete, we will be giving that particular priority, and they are performing. In that particular case, the remaining instructions has to wait for that particular time to arises. So IO or the event completions or the wait. The next part what we will be discussing is, apart from the program code, it also includes the current activities represented. First is nothing but your PC. PC is nothing but your program counter. I'll repeat once again. Apart from your current activities, we also represent the program code in terms of your PCs. PCs is nothing but a program counter. Program counter, what does the program counter will do? It holds the next instructions. It holds the current instructions to be fetched. PC means what? PC is nothing but a program counter. What does the program counter will do? It will hold the current instruction to be fetched and execute. That means that they are going to concentrate on your current instruction, which instructions they are executing. We will be telling that particular case. For example, if I want to give some real-time example means, let us consider Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. From 11:55 to 12:50, we got SS and CD class. That means that we are going to concentrate on your SS and CD in this particular schedule. After that, they are going to move with respect to the next schedule, all those things. That means that what we will be doing in this particular program counter means, we are going to concentrate on the current instructions which it is executing. So once the current instructions has been executed, we will be moving with respect to the next instructions which has to be moved. Next point is contents of the processor register. See, we will be using various registers, all those things. So I told you that direct registers or indirect